What's going on, moviegoers? So just a brief quick update on the whole situation evolving around the potential rights to Halloween, you guys. Now, you guys, this is very interesting to me. Now, this is an update coming from Bloody Disgusting. They came out and stated that the top contender for the television rights for the Halloween franchise as of right now is A24. Which is such a huge surprise to me. A24 is a smaller studio, but a very effective studio, putting out some of my favorite films in the last decade. I mean, we're talking Moonlight, we're talking The Lighthouse, we're talking Uncut Gems, we're talking Hereditary, we're talking Midsummer, we're talking Pearl, X, Maxine comes out. This studio takes their films very serious. So this is exciting stuff. But not only that, you guys, I completely forgot that they're going to be producing a Friday the 13th series for Peacock called Crystal Lake. Totally forgot about that. So maybe they're just really trying to roll into the streaming game with these horror figures. That's completely fine with me. Like, I'm excited for their Friday the 13th series. I'm really curious to see how they're going to adapt something like Friday the 13th. This is going to be interesting. Friday the 13th, it definitely has a special place in my heart. That whole franchise definitely has some more misses than hits, but they're guilty pleasures of mine. I mean, it's going to be hard to top the best one of that being, Friday the 13th final chapter. That's the best Friday the 13th in my opinion, you guys. But I'm so intrigued of an idea of A24 adapting a Halloween series, possibly either for, if they're producing it, it could land on Peacock. A lot of people are like, well, what if they decide to do like a Freddy versus Jason type thing where it's like, Jason versus Michael Myers? I was like, whoa, that would be something completely out of the box, something nobody would expect. Look, Freddy vs. Jason definitely was a guilty pleasure of mine. By no means was that film great. I think that's probably the worst designs for Jason. I hate the fact that they try to make him like Frankenstein, just overly big and slow and hefty. I hated that design for Jason Voorhees. But I would be down to see something crazy like that. I mean, why not? Like I said, you have to do something new, something refreshing. You have to revive this franchise. Look, where can you add to the history of Halloween that, hasn't been done before? Like I stated in my recent videos, you need to be able to add to this franchise. You don't want to do the same thing over and over and over again. Now it's this repetition of, oh, Michael coming back on Halloween night, Michael killing a bunch of kids in Haddonfield. You know what I mean? You have to reinvent Halloween. You have to. Or, some people in my, comment section were even talking about, well, what if they decided to do something, along the lines of like taking it place after Halloween 2, right? And Halloween 2 is going to be, a canon event, right? So it's Halloween 1 and Halloween 2, and then you adapt it 30 or 10 years later, something along the lines of that, right? A lot of people want to see Danielle Harris return. I mean, I'm down with that, I feel like she got, the short sleeve, only being in 4 and 5 and not coming back for part 6. But it's going to be interesting to see with this. I mean, look, A24, like I said, is a great production company. They produce so many great films. I think we're in good hands. But can they produce television? That's a whole different ball game, especially when we're talking about these horror iconic franchises like Friday the 13th and, Halloween. I feel like you can adapt a Friday the 13th a little bit better, more, than a Halloween. Halloween's a little bit more difficult. Like I said, is it going to be like an anthology series? Is it going to, be reviving Michael Myers? Friday the 13th, on the other hand, you can make it kind of like, the upstart of Jason Voorhees, or even, honestly, bringing in his mom, or, adapting something along the lines of, introducing his father instead of his mother. Because, you got to do something different with these movies. We've seen Jason go to space. Jason has been in space. He's fought Freddy. You know what I mean? So you really have to think outside of the box when you're trying to adapt and add to the franchises and, and put out quality content. Because at the end of the day, if it's not quality and if it's not good, the fans will not watch it. The fans ultimately will not support it. And you have so many, horror fans out there who love this Halloween franchise, who loves, the Friday the 13th franchises, all of these franchises. A lot of people love it. A lot of people love the Chucky show right now. You know, is it on Sci-Fi? I believe it's on Sci-Fi. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about this brief update on the whole rights situation evolving around the Halloween franchise. Let me know what you guys think about A24 being the top contender to nag the rights to the television for Halloween. Post your comments down below and let me know what you guys think. Peace.